What's up, you guys? Welcome back. Today, I'm super excited because we're gonna be doing a full face first impressions, testing a bunch of new drugstore makeup. Y'all know I love the drugstore. And there's been a lot of new releases. I've kind of been like putting stuff to the side for like a month now, so I am ready to test it all out for y'all. We have new e.l.f, new Milani, new Colourpop, a new concealer from Koki that I really wanna try, a bunch of new exciting things. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel if you have not already and click the little bell right next to the subscribe button so you can notified of all my future uploads, and let's go ahead and get started. All right, the first thing we are going to start off with is this new product. This is from Catrice, and this is called the All Over Glow Tint. So I think this is basically supposed to be like Catrice's version of like the L'Oreal Lumique Lotion, e.l.f. Halo Glow. So I'm interested to see. I have it in shade Sun Dip. So I'm just gonna go on my skin like so with it. I really don't know how much I should be using. I don't know if that's too much or what. I was gonna try this new Real Techniques sponge, but I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't try the sponge with a new complexion product too. I'm gonna go in with a regular sponge first on this side just so we can see how it works like with our normal products. Ooh, okay, it's very pretty actually. Definitely gives a glow, not giving like a ton of coverage or tint or anything, but I obviously didn't expect that. I do like the glow that it gives. It comes in a couple different shades too, and it is cheaper than the L'Oreal Lumique Lotion. I believe this retails for $7. Which is great. Blends it out super easily. Now let me try this on the other side. So this is basically new from Real Techniques. It's a two-sided, what they call miracle sponge. So you use this side for powder, this side for your liquid products. And it does say to use it dry. So unlike regular sponges where you would obviously dampen them. Oh, it actually works pretty nice. I feel like that gave a little bit more coverage with this product. So this is actually kind of cool. I like it. It worked better than I thought it would. This is actually very, very pretty though. Like definitely glowy. So if you don't like glow, you're not gonna like this, but I love glow and I think this is really, really pretty. Catrice is one of those brands that I feel like is definitely underrated. Like they create really nice products at affordable prices. I just wish they were a bit more accessible. They can be hard to find like in store, but really, really like the glow that this gives. Very pretty. And I feel like I really don't need anything else. I'm gonna go in with a concealer, but I'm not gonna go in with a foundation over top of it. I'm just gonna kind of leave it with the light sort of glow that we have. Okay, now up next for concealer, we have a new concealer from Koki, another brand that I feel like is super underrated but creates really good products. This is their new Double Time Full Cover Concealer. It says it's smoothing, long wearing. So let's just go ahead and try this. I have this in the shade Tan Peach. I'm hoping this will work for my under eyes. Gonna just apply like that. Feels very creamy going on, which I like. Now I'm gonna try and tap it out with this. I'll use this on one side. I feel like because this is kind of wide, it's not super ideal for concealer. I would say it's better for all over the face. Like it doesn't really fit great in the under eye area. So I'm just gonna blend it with see how this is like much more tapered, a regular like beauty sponge would be. So that's what I prefer for my concealer. But I do like this for all over the face. It did blend nicely. Ooh, this concealer though. Okay, I was too busy talking about this to really look at the concealer. Hang on a minute, this is good. Dang, okay, that blended out really nicely and it is full coverage. It's not kidding. Wow. Definitely like reminds me of Shape Tape, which y'all know I love. And a lot of drugstore brands try and recreate Shape Tape, but they're not really as full coverage as Shape Tape is, but this one is really, really good. Wow. And it blends out nice too. Like it doesn't feel drying while blending it out, but it definitely does have a matte finish. So it's gonna give you that, you know, pure matte finish like you would get from a Shape Tape or another like full coverage matte concealer. Dang, okay. This is quite good. I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed. Now I have some blemishes going on my chin, so I'm gonna go in with a little bit of a darker shade. I'm gonna use medium beige, and I'm just gonna go and apply a little bit there and around my nose where I have some extra redness, just because we didn't use like a true foundation. And let's blend this out. Yeah, wow. This concealer is really, really good. Definitely want to see how it lasts throughout the day, so I will update the description box. I will wear it on my skin throughout the whole day, let you know if it ends up creasing or getting really dry, but upon first application, it's not drying, crazy good coverage, so I'm really hoping that it lasts well throughout the day. I really, really like it. I love when we find good, affordable products, and this is definitely a good one. I do not have anything new for contour or anything, so I'm just gonna go in and do that real quick and just chisel out the face. All right, I went ahead and zoomed you guys in because we're gonna jump into our brows, and we have a new brow product. This is new from Revlon. This is the Color Stay Micro Brow Pencil. Y'all know I love my drugstore little micro brow pencils, so I got this in shade Soft Brown. I love the L'Oreal one, love the CoverGirl one, so interested to see how Revlon does. We have a little spoolie on one side. I also have not tinted my brows in way too long, and they're starting to go back to their like natural translucent state, so I feel like I can't even see them. So hopefully this brow pencil is gonna bring them back to life. Tiny little brow pencil. I need a little up close mirror so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, let's go in and line underneath. Okay, color is looking pretty good, which is great. Now I'm gonna just go and feather in like little brow strokes to bring these brows to life. Ooh, yes, this is looking pretty good. Definitely natural. It definitely has like a waxy consistency to it, which sometimes can scare me because then it can kind of make your brows look unnatural and just kind of like waxed over. So I don't typically love when brow pencils have like a lot of wax in them, but this one is helping to mold the brows, but it's not giving me that unnatural look. So I like it. You can kind of just skip over brow gel if you don't have like particularly unruly brows, because the wax in the pencil should give you enough kind of like lasting power. Let's go in on this side and do the same thing. Just kind of feathering in through my brows and then going through with the spoolie to make sure everything blends. Yeah, I actually really like this. It gives color and definition to the brows without being like too much and making me have like, you know, blocky kind of brows, and does it all in one product, because a lot of times I use like 3-4 products on my brows, so this is nice to be able to just use this one product and go. I think it looks pretty good, and I do like the color as well. Not too dark, but not too light either. Okay, up next for our eyes, we have the new 1111 palette from Colourpop. When I saw this, I was like, ooh girl, so pretty. Y'all know I love my neutrals, and I thought that this was really, really beautiful. You get 12 different shades, a mix of mattes and shimmers, and definitely color palette that I personally would get a lot of use out of. So I'm gonna jump in with this shade right here. This is Lucky Babe, and I'm gonna just buff this in my crease with little windshield wiper motions. This palette definitely has a similar color story to the new Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette, which I do really love, but obviously much higher price point. This one is at a much cheaper price point, but very similar color palette. Definitely gives me like bridal vibes. Could be used for every day, but then could also be used for like a going out, you know, glam sort of look as well, because you get that good mix of lights and darks, depending on how smoky you want to go. So I do really like that. All right, looking good. Now let's go in and smoke it out a little bit more. I'm gonna jump in with the shade Empowered, and I'm gonna work this in the outer corner. The one thing I always say about Colourpop palettes is that they do not come with a mirror. Some of them do, but the vast majority of them don't. And I am very much a person that needs to like see very up close when I'm doing my eyeshadow. So I love a palette with a mirror. So it's always like my #1 kind of critique, is that I just wish they did put mirrors in them, but then they obviously would probably charge a little bit more for them, like the palettes. So you win some and you lose some. And now I'm gonna go in with Right Path and kind of buff that in there as well, to just buff and blend, smoke out the eye. Okay, now all over the lid, I'm gonna go in with the shade of Manifest It. I'm gonna use my finger first and just press it on. So pretty, a pretty little gold glitter. Love it. Then I'll just use the brush on any areas I can't get with my finger. Love a pretty glitter shadow. We did get some fallout, but nothing we can't just dust away. I feel like this look with like a red lip is giving me holiday vibes. I'm already ready for the holidays, y'all. I haven't even decorated my house for fall yet. And I'm already thinking about like decorating for, you know, the holidays, but I should probably, you know, get out my pumpkins, better downstairs and put them out. I just be skipping ahead already. But I literally went to the mall yesterday and they already had Christmas trees up. I was like, oh my goodness. I mean, for me, I know some people are gonna be like, it's way too early, which like honestly, I mean, yes, it probably is, but it does warm my heart a little bit. It does. Let's jump in with a little bit of this white. The shade is Total Angel, and I'm gonna put that in my inner corner just to make that pop, and also gonna put it right beneath the brow bone. Then I'm gonna go in with the shade Perfect Harmony on a tiny little brush and put that on the lower lash line. This shade we're randomly getting like kind of a lot of fallout from. Must just be like a more looser packed shade. Just wanna note that, like if you see all down there, it is a darker shade, but I think we'll be able to dust it away. Yep. Just fine. But if you wanted to do, you know, your eyes first before your foundation, always like to give that little warning. And then let's buff it out with the shade Protection right here. I didn't get to use this one. It's kind of like a pink, like a mauve-y, and just use that to buff out the lower lash line. Always like to use like as many shades as I can in a palette when I'm doing these looks. But this shade actually works quite well to do that and adds a little warmth. All right, so that is it for the eyeshadows. Worked true to the Colourpop formula. Definitely like the color story. I think I'll definitely get a lot of use out of this palette. Really, really pretty, and I like the look that we were able to create. Now I do have a new mascara. This is new from CoverGirl, and this is their Lash Blast Cleantopia mascara. So it's supposed to be a clean mascara. It looks promising, honestly. Like the wand looks pretty good. I feel like whenever I try clean mascaras, they never end up really working well for me, but I have high hopes. I do tend to like CoverGirl mascaras, so let's see how she does on these lashes. Just gonna go in and coat it on there. Okay, I feel like so far, honestly, doing better than most of the other ones that I have tried. A lot of times I feel like the clean ones are either really liquidy or really sticky, where this one just has like a normal consistency, which I like. Picking up the lashes pretty well. Okay, this is after 2 coats. Now, is this my favorite mascara I've ever tried? No, like I definitely prefer my Milani Anti-Gravity, other mascara favorites of mine over this. It is one of the better clean mascaras that I've ever tried though. Like I feel like it did do something for my lashes. It does give them some length and volume and kind of pick them up, where a lot of the other clean mascaras just really don't do much at all for my lashes, where this one I think is pretty dang good. So if you are specifically looking for a clean mascara, I would say go get this. If that's not something you're specifically looking for, there are other mascaras from the drugstore that are definitely better. So it's not gonna be like a new holy grail for me, but as far as clean mascaras go, I do think it works pretty good. So I can't knock it for that. Okay, now for blush, Colourpop came out with blushes as part of the 11/11 collection, and this one I thought was really, really pretty. I wanted to try. It's the shade Good Energy. It is a matte blush, but it's just like a pretty kind of peachy neutral. So I'm gonna go in with this on our cheeks. Very, very pretty. If you just want something natural, a little flush to the cheeks, I think this is really pretty. I love a bright pop of color on my cheeks, but I will say in the fall and winter, I wear more bold lips. And when I do a really bold lip, sometimes I like to tone it down a little bit on the blush, because I can kind of give like clown if I have too much of a crazy bright blush and too much of a crazy bright lip. You know, like if I'm doing like a red lip for the holidays or something, I need a little bit more of like a neutral blush, which this one would be perfect for that. Just gives a very slight color. If you want something bold, this is not gonna be it. But if you just want a light little neutral flush to the cheeks, this would be really pretty. For my highlight, I wanna try this one from Lottie London. This is from their Vampire Diaries collection. So you can get this at CVS. There's like a full collection of Vampire Diaries stuff, but the highlight is what I wanna try today. It looks like it's gonna be like rose gold, so let's just get some on the brush and see. Okay, it's actually very like glittery, which like, okay, it's a highlight obviously, but I like highlights that give like a really pretty like blinding sheen, but not necessarily have like a ton of glitter. This one is very glittery, and it's actually kind of subtle. Like when you look at it, you'd think it would be like really blinding, and it's not. It's definitely more subtle and more just like glitter. I don't really love that, to be honest with you. I had high hopes because the other Lottie London, I think they're called like their Diamond Bounce or something highlights. I love those. I thought this was gonna be like that, just like in like a special shade for Vampire Diaries, but I feel like the formula on this is different. It's just very glittery and not super pigmented. Like even the more I put on, it's just not my fave, unfortunately. So that's that. All right, now for lips, we have a couple things that I want to try. So I have the new e.l.f. x Jennifer Coolidge Dirty Pillows little lip kit right here. If I can get this open, there we go. So this is their kit. How pretty does this look, first and foremost? Like very, very pretty packaging. We have a lip liner, a lip gloss, a lipstick, and then in here I think is like a little mirror, if I remember correctly. Definitely very luxe packaging for e.l.f. Oh yeah, beautiful little mirror, so cute. What does it say on the back? Lips are the mirror to your soul. That's cute. I like this. This is actually really great to like throw in your bag. Very, very cute. Before we jump into that though, I do want to try, Milani also came out with some new fall lip oils. So I love the Milani lip oils. I feel like they are some of the best from the drugstore. And they came out with some new shades for fall. So I wanted to try these too. I'm trying to see which one I think would go best kind of like with my eye look. I feel like maybe, you know what, let's just do a darker one to do something a little different, since I know that the e.l.f. is gonna be lighter. So this is the shade Cocoa. Cocoa Cacao is what it is called. Ooh, smells really good, I like it. It's like a sweet kind of vanilla almost scent. And obviously these aren't gonna give a ton of like color, they're just a lip oil, so slight tint, but they're very nourishing, not sticky at all. I like these because I feel like they actually feel like a lip treatment on my lips rather than other like lip oils that more so just give like lip gloss. Like these actually feel quite nourishing, which I do like. But again, not gonna give you like a ton of color or anything, but very, very pretty. I like that. So I feel like with any of these, even though they look dark, like they're not gonna really be dark once applied onto your lips, but are definitely gonna feel nice and nourishing. Now, I am gonna take it off because we're gonna go in with the e.l.f. products now, but I wanted to show you guys those Milani ones as well, since I was really excited when I saw those. I found them at Ulta. They have them in store there. All right, now let's dive into the e.l.f. kit. So at first we have the liner. This is the full frontal liner. I'm gonna use the little mirror. Let's use the whole kit. While we're at it, I'm gonna go in and line my lips. Ooh, I love the color of the lip liner. It's like a cool toned pinky mauve. Absolutely love that. Very, very pretty and looks really nice. Okay, now the lipstick, again, very bougie. I love the black and the gold. Let's go in. This one is the shade Dirty Pillows. Ooh, wow. Okay, this is very pretty. This one has a little bit more of like a peachy undertone to it, but I actually love the way that it kind of like goes with the lip liner and they kind of bounce off of each other because this one's more warm tone, the lip liner is more cool toned. Oh wow, I love this. Of course, it all has to do with like personal preference and your undertones and like what you like on yourself, but I saw some people that didn't like the lipstick, but I really like it. I think it looks really, really nice. Like I love this shade on myself personally, so really, really like that. I'm excited. And then last but not least, we have the Swollen little lip gloss, which is like a light pink sort of gloss to go over top. Oh, I love this. This is like right up my alley. The shades certainly are perfect. I really, really love this combo. Like this is like a perfect everyday lip combo. I'm pretty sure this is sold out, so e.l.f., you gotta bring it back, like seriously, because this is really, really good. I love this. So, so pretty, and I'm going to be using this nonstop now, so we gotta bring it back, get it back in stock so I can buy some extras because this is really good, wow. Ooh, and do wanna say too, the lip gloss is plumping. I like that. Ooh, gives a little bit of plumpness, little tingles to the lips. I love this. I think it's really, really pretty. So yeah, that is everything, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I love the little look that we were able to create. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I will have everything that we used today listed down below in the description box, so check it there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye.